Episode 7, 8, 9, or 10. I think it's one of those. Oh man. We're getting close to the end, man. We're getting close, bro. We're getting scarily close. Oh boy. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so last time we they figured us and Allie out, and then we were in the little tank thing, and then Allie gave us back some of our memories, and now we are back at the beginning, but this time we have some of our memories. Good. All good? All right. And then I'm actually going to turn up this stuff because it was kind of quiet when I was watching the VOD. Okay. I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. Cat, bro. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over, more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Allie, Scarlet, Tara, Violet, and Yui, each of them countless times. Am I a bad person? Yeah, bro, terrible person. Just the worst. Absolutely the worst, bro. Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before this show started either. I need to find Allie. But first, for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. Sorry, who are you? Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, where am I? I gotta play dumb. I know this sounds weird, but do you know where we are? Will she buy it? Bro, watch us not be. Watch us not be at the beginning. Walk with me. There's a lot to get you up to speed on. The name's Kat. I'm the producer for a new show, Find Love or Die Trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating show's rules. Meet the girls before the show starts. Yui. I don't remember meeting you before this show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's impossible to not to feel happier when I see your smile. You'd think that the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than you show the world, Violet. Scarlet. You're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. Brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. You still have no idea what you got into, Tara. Killer dating show or not. I'd love to see the way you sue the world. And finally, Allie. You never gave up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Chaotic. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Chaotic. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet. I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've got to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but that last time I think something must have bugged out. I finally get to hear your role playing. This is 10 out of 10 content, bro. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Allie. All I could ask for is a fighting chance, and you gave that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh. I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Chaotic. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. That war will be won with information. Information that lives on this island, and only here. There was no way that we could ever find this place, not by conventional means. But then we found out about the show. And so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Ali. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government, take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I got you now. And we'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. But since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's 2 things we need to do. 1, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. Won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. And we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get them out of here. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. It's going to take a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staffs tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlett today? I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'd tell you if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Damn, bro, she really just insulted our acting skills like that? That's crazy. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know? That's putting it lightly. Bro, I'm okay at this because this is like the 9th, probably like I feel like we're close to the end. Doesn't go out with Scarlett, dude. Chaotic, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I gotta be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but you'll have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get 1 date with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for day 6. And then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. Sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's date with? Bro, it didn't give me the option. If bed bugs live in beds, then where do cockroaches live? Hey, yo. Bruh. Scarlett. There's just something about her, you know? There's just something about Scarlett, you know? You know, I really did get... I'm willing to admit, I really got Scarlett wrong, bro. I put her at number 5. I would not consider her number 5 at all anymore, dude. I found Scarlett inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. It did the heart good to try to make her smile in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Ali insisted in me going on a date with Scarlett today. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey, Scarlett, Chaotic. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy, and... Bro, is that Ali's doing, bro? Scarlett, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here with the whole time with Chaotic. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? It's true. Actually, I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, that was definitely Ali. Follow me, you can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. No way she just casually took us down here, bro. No way. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Chaotic. I got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. Bruh. And just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've just got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against the group, so we spent the day trying to split them up as well as searching for lone wolves. Brains, bananas. We're in luck. We finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring them in, though? One bite and we're finished. I got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckle. Okay, dude. I know Forges is like, yo, she's like Miguel. She's just like Miguel. Waifu Miguel. Where'd you even get that? She the boy. Is that really important right now? You mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned around. It's bananas. I hope your health insurance covers this. What's more, with feeling. Ain't no way. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not run into any more of the zombies running amok. One hit KO for real. The unblockable, bro. Scarlet opened the hidden trap door in the games room and I pulled For's unconscious body in. Oh, my hand slipped, causing For's body to tumble down the stairs. Bruh. Oh my goodness. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick, we're not going to have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quickly. We put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I ever made zombie viruses, Chaotic. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Cat, you there? Weird. I thought Cat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here? I guess so. I was going to tell her we've got the cure now. Sweet. Great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administered the cure to 4, then went back upstairs together. Cat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting for hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your people's help to administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Chaotic, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. With Cat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went for a night walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found the way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out of there, so that's a huge win. So, where is it? There's a secret trap door in the games room. You just have to press a hidden panel on the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that. I've got an inside man. For's gonna help 4 is gonna be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. 4? That way, we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother that we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. I want to work with people who go down that easy. Was 4 always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I've had him prove he's trustworthy. Don't worry, you can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Out for a trip down memory lane together? That sounds like a plan. Damn, bro. We're at the climax, dude. You guys have to see this. Trust me. Ali put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase 4 became intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Ali prove 4's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Whoa, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It's more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Chaotic. Ali explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical, except for Scarlet. Damn, bro, Ali and Scarlet? Kinda making moves, bro. Kinda making moves. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down there. We walked toward the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine, my father's company made these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish that what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they filmed the show over and over. But I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Chaotic and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Ali. This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day, we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I'll trust you. We just walk back into the machine? Thank you, Violet. I know it'll be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it and then Chaotic and I will start the reversal process. Not Scarlet. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walk to their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Chaotic. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. I guess? Is this going to hurt? It is. Yeah. Just lies. It won't hurt a bit. Terror worst. Lie. Bro wants me to lie, dude. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, bro. Yeah, it is. Sorry, Chief. Deal with it. Skill issue. It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be chaotic. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. Makes me even more sure to trust you. Yeah. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this, chaotic. Pain tolerance? On it. Bro, y'all gotta remind me to move my camera, dude, so y'all can actually see the text, bro. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Bro, whenever the soundtrack changes, dude. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. What did you bet? I'm gonna watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. Hey yo, what do you mean by that? If looks could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They ran to me yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater, oh no, dude. Wait, I can explain, too late, they were on me like hyenas. Oh no, dude. The rivets. Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? Better be good, Allie. For your sake, Chaotic. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Oh my goodness, bro. Congrats, Chaotic. You made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. I don't even remember what happened. What did they even see? What happened? We went on like a 5-second date or something, right? That's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, they saw that. I'm glad to hear that. You think you'll choose Scarlet at the end of this? Definitely. Too early to say. I mean, we are at the beginning, so I haven't really talked to the other girls in their eyes, so it's too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible and not get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again. There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than a full day date with another woman? If it ain't broke. So who's it gonna be? Oh my goodness, bro. Can't. Yeah, that's why they were mad at us earlier. That's why they all screamed at us about us being a 5-time cheater. Have you ever noticed there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really? It's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night, looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it, using a black key that she kept on a key ring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you give me that key for even a minute, I can make a mold of it that we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that would be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I'm feeling a but coming. But it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow I has to take Yui on a date. Malau, dude. Poor Yui. Bro, Yui dead. Yui dead confirmed. Yui dead confirmed, bro. Let me go get Yui. By the end of the night, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say it sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me, Chaotic. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we've been on as evidence. Those don't count. Yui. Yui dead, bro. Yui dead. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. Oh my goodness, bro. I haven't had any Yui interaction for a good minute. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's so nice to see you again, Chaotic. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel a little like these things are going a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it's going to be okay. Would it be okay if we just spent today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute. What about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Bun bun bun. Yo, bun 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 coming in clutch, bro. Bun 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 darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. He was a good boy. You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun bun bun. Hunt. Hunt. That's crazy. That's OD, bro. Bun 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 leapt out of her arms, then dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? How? Because Bun Bun Bun, bro. What do you mean, how? It's Bun Bun Bun. Come on now. She reached for my hand, then held it tight. I'd like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we lay next to each other in the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times, I remembered how dire the situation we were in, and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile, made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. We gotta make sure to get us all out of here safe. Chaotic? Yeah? I love you, Chaotic. I hope we can spend another day together just like this, soon. I can't wait for that day. I'd like that. Me too, Yui. Me too. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Chaotic, you would not believe what happened to me today. No, the bun 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 chaos, bro. What happened, Cat? Yeah, what happened? What's going on? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. It took everything I had to not laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that 4 deleted the footage. It was both embarrassing and traumatic. It's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. Bruh, ain't no way. But she's slipping up more than we're slipping up, bro. That's crazy. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Chaotic. Good night, Chaotic. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few from the forest, but I'm sorry. Okay, dude. All right. Well, okay. That's crazy. I'm sorry. What? I'm half kidding. Don't worry about it, bro. Half kidding. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome. Let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Chaotic? Forrest disabled audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. Bro. I walked back up the staircase, back to the mansion. Where are they? Ah, I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey, Violet. How are you? Goodness. Apologies, Chaotic. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides the, say, hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. They're gonna be so happy to see you again. You were right, Chaotic. Though, there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but I've gotta believe, right? I suppose you're right once again, Chaotic. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything, while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Chaotic. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standards she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business or appearing prim and proper or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing, really. That's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I feel like I can't do anything right. Look at how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You were an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the Brothers Five and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're going to get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You were too kind. Thank you for I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the master key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my precious offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It is the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know. I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world? I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. Oh, man. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Low-key, when she was telling her story, bro, it kind of teared up a little bit. Just a little bit. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. As am I. Bro. For once, I lay in bed, not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Chaotic! Ali, what are you... Never mind that. You've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something and I know you'll want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you, caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Ali. Weird. There's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Ali slowly walked to the pile, found her own, then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting! What is it? Ali Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. It's good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you know I actually hate sports? I'd never seen Ali look so angry. Let's see, they got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others. They've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth, how I react differently when they change the show or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. You couldn't have known. It's not your fault. Yeah, I know. You couldn't have known, Scarlett. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so, Chaotic. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Ali's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times. It feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on the show, Chaotic? No? Why's that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money and nothing but that. Dang, bruh. A bag chaser? Yui the bag chaser? It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now. It was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see your sisters again. Together. Thanks, Chaotic. I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, Ali, and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like Terror around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you... Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed, with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Chaotic. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to, no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait. She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Chaotic. I didn't mean to look, but after her papers scattered around the room, maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining daughter Violet to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. Bruh. They've paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. Dang, bro, that's tough. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Chaotic. I'm here if you want to talk. I'm so sorry, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, well, GG's. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Chaotic. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You're right. You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Chaotic. Won't slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good. Thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui's definitely a contender for the final ceremony, Of course. We'll see. We'll see about that. Well, we'll see. I'm not so sure just yet. Oh, really? That's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So, who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlet made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good idea. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Chaotic? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Sure, there's something that we could do to help us escape. That we could only do on a date with Violet. I've got it. Tomorrow you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Okay, let's see what we gotta do with Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request, though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi, Chaotic. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else can come close to how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to a competition in your name. You were ridiculous, Chaotic. Violet laughed out loud. There's that smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They will rule the day that they challenge me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Chaotic. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happier already knowing you were looking out for me. I'm always going to be here for you. I mean, that's a big promise. I'm always going to be here about, because always is a very long time, you know. I'm glad to hear that. spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes, when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle? You have my respect. Is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. What's that, too? What I meant to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something for her. We will meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me in 5. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. 5? Do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you'll entertain me, brothers. Violet raised a pan towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking, there's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep the charade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground. 1 down, 4 to go. Bro, I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin. The contestants, those that were still conscious, rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, Fool was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. Not optimal, bro. Not optimal. I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. 5 settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. I can't really be talking, bro. When I was cooking, I did terrible. Alright, time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken, and with a resounding majority, our first ever winner of the best chef on the island in the middle of nowhere award is Violet. Violet. The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it! Me, I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I'd ever had. Though if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet, 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 Violet. Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you've got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet, Violet, Violet. We laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Chaotic. Thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? I wouldn't miss it for the world. The world would pale in comparison. Hey. She reached her hand out to mine and I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know? I couldn't have done that without my ever so charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Chaotic. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out. Escaping the island or not, everything seemed like a dead end. But today, you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, She put her finger against my lips. Shh. I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet, but please do remember what I've said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. Oh my goodness. I like that. We walked together till the dead of the night. It was nothing less than magical. I think that's gonna be the end of that episode right there, Chiefs. I think that's the GG's go next, huh? Save the rest for the next one. Yeah. Much love.